programs that we run with emerging leaders, we call Leadership for Hope, because that's what we see that leadership does. It brings hope into people's lives, and we see examples of that all over the place. And we get to go into some amazing places, whether that's in rural places or in urban places, people living in extreme situations but holding on to hope, or because of leadership development are gaining hope, whether that's in Rwanda or Uganda or Malawi or Zambia or Kenya. That's the story that we've seen. So it comes very hard when we come across the stories of hopelessness. And in 2009, I was in Rwanda, and I got the chance to go into the UN refugee camp up in Byumba. And what I came away with actually in 2009 was a great sense of hope, the hope of the human spirit, the hope of these people whose optimism and ability to wrestle with terrible situations gave me hope. So a few weeks ago when I was back in Rwanda and I was with our guide, Chrissy, and I said, how are things going up in the UN refugee camp in Byumba? And she said, actually, they're losing hope. And it really struck me very deeply, and it sat with me for weeks and weeks. And so I wrote this poem to the women of the Byumba UN refugee camp. The women of the Byumba refugee camp are losing hope, so I'm told. When I last saw them, they were holding on, holding up, and holding out. They held me up with their hope. That life in its extreme of impossibility still held out hope. From far away, they kept me going. But the women of the Byumba UN refugee camp are losing hope, so I'm told. The women of the Byumba UN refugee camp are losing hope, so I'm told. They've been there now for 3 generations, not 1 or 2, but 3. For 3 generations they've held on, and in hope they have given birth, they've eaten food, they've worshipped God. And they've still lived on in their wind-driven nothing world with nothing, but they held their hope, and they kept on going, and they kept me going. But the women of the Byumba UN refugee camp are losing hope, so I'm told. The women of the Byumba UN refugee camp are losing hope, so I'm told. And I feel hopeless to help them, to lift them up. I need their hope. I need their hope. I need their hope. I need their hope. I need their hope in God, in life, in another day, where things will change and take surprising and glorious new turns, where ashes become flourishes, where hopefully becomes happened. Women, I need your hope. But the women of the Byumba UN refugee camp are losing hope, so I'm told. And today, I'm finding that hard to hear.